What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today I'm going to follow up from a live stream earlier where I was talking about the announcement that Geeks and Gamers is leaving Patreon, and now that is official. I've officially deleted our Patreon account, and so we are no longer part of Patreon. And my reasoning for that is when the Sargon ban happened a few weeks ago, I think at this point in time, I was in California at the time working on a project for Geeks and Gamers, and I didn't really do a lot of research on it. I mean, I don't know Sargon. I've spoke with Sargon a few times publicly on live streams or whatever on this channel. And but when I heard about it, I mean, I know Sargon is a controversial figure, and sometimes he says controversial things. When I heard he got banned, I was just like, well, I wonder what he did. And so I was busy. I didn't really have time to look into it. And then I got home here to Florida, and then I had to go to Atlanta to work further on the project. And last night I was, before I went to bed, I started doing a lot of research on what happened. And I saw this video with Jordan B. Peterson and Dave Rubin talking about the Sargon situation. Then I watched Sargon's video on it. And I started looking at what they're doing with creators that they don't agree with, basically, and that they are banning them. And how they banned Sargon was completely ridiculous. Basically, they banned Sargon for something he said 10 months ago on a live stream on someone else's channel. And what he said was taken out of context. And again, in the terms of service, Patreon says you can't use certain type of language on Patreon. Well, he wasn't on Patreon. He wasn't even on his channel. So at what point does Patreon want to start getting involved with the creators' language? If you're walking down the street talking to your friend and you say something that they deem an offensive comment, they going to get banned all of a sudden? This is crazy. It's his hypocrisy from Patreon. And so the more I looked into this, and then I heard Jordan B. Peterson and Dave Rubin talking about wanting to create another platform, I just thought about it, and I talked to my team and made the decision that it's time for us to move on from Patreon. Now, I do not deserve a great amount of credit for this. I appreciate that there are people out there that are complimenting me for making this decision. I'm in a position where I can make this decision, and Patreon was never our #1 revenue stream. We did make a decent amount off Patreon, no doubt about it, and it's definitely going to hurt us a little bit as far as business decisions and things like that, but it's nothing I can't manage, and luckily we're in a good enough position to be able to do that. We had big plans for Patreon moving into 2019. We haven't done a great job of promoting our Patreon, but we had some strong support over there. And we had really big plans moving into 2019. And it was a tough decision from that standpoint because I have creative people that were involved with that process that now I'm having to pull them out of that. And, we'll have to find different avenues for them, and we will. And so, but I'm in a position where I can do that. I don't want my decision to do this to pressure any other creators to do this. Everything is in context. I mean, if I'm making $15,000, $20,000 a month on Patreon, I'm not sure I'm making the same decision. So just keep that in mind. Where you have other creators, I don't think they should be pressured into following suit here in terms of what I'm doing. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. Everybody has different circumstances and different agendas and different revenue streams. And some people, their #1 revenue stream is Patreon. So I don't think anybody should feel pressured or anything like that. And that is not my intent at all. I believe every person has the individual right to make their own decisions and what's best for their lives and their company. And so I don't want this to seem like I am trying to pressure anybody to do anything. I am an individualist. I believe in individualism. I don't believe you should do anything that I do just because I say do it. I believe you should do whatever the hell you want. And it's none of my business, really. Unless you ask for my opinion. If you involve me, then I'll give you my opinion. And you may not like it, but that's another story for another day. Ultimately, I look at the platform we have at Geeks and Gamers, and it depends on, it's all relative. Some people may think we have a massive platform, while other people with a bigger platform may think that we're just small fries and we're nothing. Whatever works for you, man. At the end of the day, we have a decent little following here, and I am very thankful for that, and I take that very seriously. And this is an issue that's very important to me, and it's an important issue that I just want to show where we stand on it. And if it can help inspire other people, so be it. And if it doesn't, so be it. Like I said, it's really up to you what you want to do. But for me, I just think it's dangerous, the precedent that Patreon is setting now. And I don't want to get in a position where we work really hard on our Patreon account and we bump it up to $15,000, $20,000 a month. And then suddenly Patreon finds something on a live stream that I say or someone else, Geeks and Gamers, says that they don't like, and they just want to delete us for no reason at all. I don't want to be in that position. And I just think that these tech companies need to be checked. And it's going to take people with far more influence than me that's actually going to get them checked. But when you have people like Dave Rubin and Jordan Peterson that are actually influencing people like me, because again, I was influenced by them. And not that I'm trying to do what they say or be like them, but I heard what they said. It inspired me. It made me really think about the circumstances and the situation and the bigger picture. And that's how I came to the decision that I came to. So that's the gist of it right there. I think Patreon is crooked. I think there's plenty of evidence for you to come to that conclusion on your own. The only way you can think Patreon is not crooked is if you're not paying attention. If you are an NPC and you're just programmed to think certain thoughts, then you're probably not going to be able to see exactly what's going on with Patreon. But what's going on with Patreon is downright dangerous. It's crooked, and it should be considered criminal. This was someone's income that other people decided, hey, this person is worth my money, and I believe in this person, and I believe in this person's thoughts and their platform, and I want to support them. And for Patreon to have the power to just eliminate that because of something that's not even in their terms of service is downright crooked, and it should be criminal. I don't know if it is. I'm not a lawyer, but that's just my thoughts on the situation. So that's the gist of it right there. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all of the positive comments and everybody that's been supportive. I do take the compliments very seriously. I don't think I necessarily deserve a lot of the compliments I'm getting, but in the context of what's going on, I understand it and I appreciate it. Just understand that I'm just in a position to be able to do this, and so luckily that opportunity has presented itself to me, so I have taken the steps to do it. And if other people are in this position, I would think they would do the same thing. I am nothing special. I'm just a normal guy with a very, very awesome and passionate fan base and following, and I appreciate them more than they will ever know. And I am just trying to do everything I can to make them proud and make them happy that they have decided to support Geeks and Gamers and support me. And so moving forward into the future, that's really all I want to say. So you guys have a great day. If you have questions for me, leave them in the comments below. If you're looking for a way to support Geeks and Gamers, you can obviously subscribe to this channel. You can check out geeksandgamers.com. Our PayPal is jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Other than that, just continue to share the videos, tell people about it, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and there's just so many different avenues. So you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.